So building this section in both bricks and Greenshift is our topic of discussion, how the workflow is going to be and why we need these fundamental layout blocks in Greenshift as well. So let's try to build this section in the, I'm close to similar this section in the bricks, and yeah. So all we have to do is first add this section, and these four blocks are the same blocks that are div blocks with its own presets. Let's say for example, if I just when I just click on this section, it is having a section tag as an HTML tag, and also it has a container inside of it as a preset. So the section is going to be the full screen width, and when it comes to the container, it is the content width. And there is another block which is the normal block. So this is similar to the section, but its tag is a div, but width is set to 100%. So if we are able to have this block, a preset block in Greenshift as well, we can completely remove the concept of adding columns. So let's see how that works. So let's build from scratch this section, and let's add a section, and in that I'm going to add two blocks. Okay, now you can see there are two blocks. So if I do same in the Greenshift, here you are recommending to add content element with columns. See, now it has two. Okay, for this simple section, yeah, it is working great. But when it comes to, let's say for example, let's build it. Okay, let's put the flex to horizontal, and let me add a heading in this section. Sorry, right there, and also let me add a text. And in this section, in this block, I'm going to add an image. Okay, see how easy it is. And I can click on this one. I can just select some image like this. Okay. Now, if I open this, now they are perfectly fit with the content, because these two blocks are set to 100% width. That means they are automatically adjusting to 50% and 50%. Now, if I want to have one more, it will automatically adjust to 33%, 33%. And if I have one more, then again it goes to 25%, and if I have one more, it goes to 20%. So we don't need to have the concept of adding columns, and also having a 5-column layout in Greenshift is not possible. And if you look at this one, let me go here, and in the content area I have 2, right? And what if I want to have 5? Is that a possibility? Let's see. And if I just duplicate it, and if I just duplicate it, okay, see how I can make it 5. Okay, can we delete it? Okay. Now they just converted to normal. So essentially what Greenshift is doing is, if we compare these both, this section is going to be this one. So anyway, we are planning to rename this as a section. That's great. This is going to be our main section element with the screen width, and this is going to be content area. So this block is only available when we add this content element with columns, and it is not available as an independent block inside. So if I want to add another content area under this section, I can't do that, right? So whereas in here I can add as many containers as possible under this one section that has width of the content, but here it is not possible for some reason. Let's say for example, I added some specific backgrounds or specific link color or something like that, text color like that, for this specific content area. As you said, we can simply duplicate it, but that's not a possibility now, because I have separate styles added to this content area. So in order to have another content area, what I have to do is I have to again go back here, add this content element, and then come back here. Here is that, this is here, and then I have to bring from here, and then I have to remove this one. So see, this is a very big problem here. right? And when we come back to this div element, and let me just remove that, and now we have 4, right? So if I want to have 5 column layout, so if I just enable this, enable presets, I have 4 options, 6 options, but there is no 5 option. How can I add 5 column layout? So now should I have to go duplicate this one, and I have to add the widths manually for each of these? In that case, so having this preset and this thing is very much makes no sense to have this. So instead of that having all these problems, what we can simply do is we can just make one more block with width of 100%, right? And then what I can do is I can just keep duplicating this, and now we have 5, and we come to the content area, and you can just move the wrap. Now you can see they are all lined up, these 5. So that is the advantage of not having these layout presets. So once we have this block, which is equivalent to the block inside here with the 100% width, then we can completely remove the concept of columns. So I hope this is going to save a lot of headache for many people, and also confusion, eliminates the confusion, right? Now we don't have to jumble with only limited options here, right? Also, now this is, so let's go back. So for this reason, if I let's go and build the section that we are planning actually. And when it comes to the heading box, okay, we will come to this later. Let's build one, and let me add a heading in this. Okay, GS heading, and let me add a text. Okay, which text I want to add? Okay, now this is paragraph, and here I want to add an image. Okay, this is an image. Let me select the image. Okay, media library. Yes, because we are using the columns block, columns preset, it is working well in this specific case. But as I explained before, if I want to have a 5 column layout, it is virtually impossible without messing up with this one. And this totally beats the purpose of the entire flexbox thing. So you can, if I just want to delete this, now you can see the problem, right? So to avoid that problem, to overcome that problem, now what we are doing is we are setting the width of this to 100%, and width this to 100%, right? Now we are flex these things to direction row. Okay. Let's see, oops, this one, and this to 100%. Why they are not flexible? And width, it should be, I think there is some issue. Is this because of the image? Oh my god. And yeah, here, if I just remove the wrap, it should work. Yeah, now we can see we got the desired layout with 50% of this block and 50% of this block. That's why, in order to avoid all this hassle, what we can simply have is a one section element. Yeah, we are going to rename this as the section with full site width and full screen width, I should say. And then we are going to have another block that is going to be the container, which is we already have it. All I am asking is to make this as an independent block so that we can add from this panel, right? So instead of just if I want to have this one more, how can I do that? I can't just go and duplicate the existing one because I might be added some styles here, probably something like a background color, and I don't want to duplicate that one as well, right? So to avoid that, now I have to go here, I have to come here and I add it here, and then I have to pick up the new one from here, and then I need to delete the old one. So this is how I have to add. So to avoid that, so we are all we are asking is to make this as an independent block. You can name it as a container. This is going to be section, container, block, and also as usual the normal div element. So block, this is going to be the full screen width with this section tag in it. This is going to be the container with the site width, I mean content area width, and the block is going to be with the 100% width, same as the section tag, section block, but the tag is going to be div tag for the block, and the normal div is always the normal div. You don't need to have any presets for normal div. Alright. And also one more thing I just want to mention, if we are planning to add the container, so there is one more thing I want to add, which is, let's say for example, if I go here and if I come here, it is automatically changing the layout from from horizontal to the vertical. So what they are doing is they are adding their one manual media query at a breakpoint of 767 for the block. So it is going to wrap at 767. That way it is much more responsive. It is access much more responsive. So just to keep in mind, because otherwise everyone has to, what they have to do is, they have to select each breakpoint like tablet and mobile, something like that, and now I have to flip it again from here. So this is going to be a lot of manual work again. So probably you bake that into the enable presets layouts, but having that in the content side is going to be much more beneficial, because all you have to do is just at certain breakpoint, probably at tablet level or mobile, you just have to wrap things, something like that, and hopefully it should go like this. It will go like this, right? All right. So that's about these 4 blocks, right? Now if we come to how we are going to arrange the elements, as you can see, I already disabled the Greenshift normal blocks. I only enable the green light elements. If we go with this approach, we don't even have to have the two sets of elements, that is green light and green shade. We can just combine them both and have one that is working great, right? And also when we are arranging, you can actually refer what Bricks is doing here, because they first, I mean, these are the foundation blocks, right? So they are very much essential to start off with any section. So in that, this is the main one. I mean, everything starts here with the section. That's why they put it as number 1, and then the container, so block, and the div. So you see the order they are using. And also when it comes to the basic, that means these are the fundamental ones, important ones that we almost always use, and these are the advanced ones, tabs, codes, and everything. So we can follow the same here to avoid the confusion, and also we don't need to have these many divs, these many headings. See how many divs we have: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 3 headings. You just cluttering this entire, widgets panel. So all we have to do is we just make the layouts here, like 1, 2, 3, 4, section, block, section, container, block, and div, and one heading, one simple text, and yeah, that's it most likely, and the remaining normal things. We don't need to have this separate element for H1, element for H2. So why we need these? Can we just go ahead and change whenever we want like this from here somewhere? Yeah, we have it here now. So we don't have to mess up like this. And also, this is you are trying to make it as okay. This is interesting. I don't know how it is working, but yeah, that's fine. I don't see that's a problem. But yeah, this is the fundamental blocks that we need in order to start building any page. Otherwise, it is very much impossible to trust and move forward building sites this, because it's very hard uh, without those fundamental blocks in place to change any design, to add any new design, something like that. So yeah, hopefully this video is gives some idea, and you might be, I mean, you don't have to pick up everything, but at least some points they're going to help us in the way. Actually, similar video I have made for bricks as well, long time ago, like few years ago. This is for Greenshift. So yeah, thank you. Bye.